friends, colleagues, fellow speakers. I'm extremely honored and humbled to share some of the experiences with you all. I don't know these are worthy or not, but yes, this is the story of my life. And definitely, I strongly believe that no dream is big too enough to achieve when you are determined, when you do it with your great dedications and you come up with all hardships and struggles. As these wonderful children have organized this mega talk show, this is the platform where this is the time during this 27 years I am come to know what my struggles are, what my hardships are, the pain, the sorrows of a teen of 15 years who left her family in India and came in Nepal. I'm going to talk about it. And yes, this is rather than being called as a speaker, I would prefer myself to call upon a storyteller. And yes, this is the story of my life. And somehow, I don't know, this inspired you or not, but with this great motivations, I understood in my life that waiting is always hard. Never wait for anyone to pick up you. Never wait for someone to help you. If you really want to change yourself, start from yourself, because you are the one who will change your life. And definitely, starting with this, there are the different three stages in my life that I would like to share. The first one, how did I come to Nepal? Born in India, in a very middle-class family, I grew in a very strict kind of environment. It was the year of 2007 when I was preparing for my CBSE board examinations, and my grandma passed away, and we came here for 15 days. Twice in a year, we used to come. It was coming back to New Delhi on the way at Sonali border. There were some police officers asked us to stop and ask for the citizenship, my student identity cards. The female officer asked what my name, with whom I'm going, where I'm coming from, who are they, to my parents and all that. She checked my body, and still I was so stopped with this, all that, so disturbed with this. I gave my identity card and she asked me to write Nepal, write your name. I wrote and gave it to her. And I was so embarrassed with all that. In my citizenship, I did not have my surname by that time. And she asked me my surname, and I don't know. I was 15 by the time. And it was the moment, you know, they were arguing, why didn't you teach your children Nepali language? Passengers were shouting, they were making noise, and my parents were so embarrassed. And I felt like, oh, what is that? It was a teen mind, that situation. I felt, no, I don't know about Nepal at all. I don't know about history, our culture, custom. I don't need, there was the issue of my identity as well. I don't know anything about it. And that was the time I decided myself to pack up my bags and coming to Nepal, I'm going to study. And I left my family at that time. And with due respect, it was too difficult those days, you know, of teen who had never gone outside her house for a single day, living alone here at Parbati. I started with every 0 level. There was the time I felt like I can't do anything in my life. There was the time I was so disturbed. That was the time I failed in my life. But still, those all hardships are here today, that I'm here in front of you right now, speaking as your teacher. The second stage of my life, when I was very introvert kind of student. I was good in my studies, but I could also feel that as my student will feel that trembling, shaking hands. Still, I felt so difficult pour my words into you, to communicate and come and speak something. There was the time I could feel my teachers asked me to speak something and my heart will just come out of my head and I feel like I can't. The feel of that embarrassment, that people will laugh at me. And it was the time I decided myself, no more. If you say yes, you can, everything will be changed. And that was the time, that was the hard time I started to speak, started to communicate, started to express what I feel. And that was the day I never went back. I feel the same as to get the chance to speak in front of you. Everybody in life, we are not born with the good ability of speaking. We have legs. Some are good in speaking, I was not. But what's the big deal? With great determinations, with your practice, you can do in life, I strongly believe. And I am the example. So difficult. You are coming in a private colleges, still I feel difficult to my student. They don't know the basic grammar. I would feel the same as. That was the time I could not speak English. I was good in writing, but unable to speak in English or other, even in Nepali and even in Hindi. But I decided myself, like, born in an uneducated family, that I valued the more the power of education, the power of words. And I decided that it is teaching only that can change the life like me. It was difficult for your teacher as well, for me as well. There was no one with whom I could share. Oh, I can't write, I can't speak. There was a time when I used to see the mirror, start practicing myself, reading newspapers, English programs and all that. We are not born with this English accent, is it? This is you that you can change it. And you are not born with this natural talent. But what I believe, this talent is just a myth. You can decide your future with your hands. And yes, it was Mayabi, the business idea that dominated in my mind, because I have seen my parents working for 28 years. And I decided myself that no, I want something my own, my name. And that the idea that right now we do have 20 products from the different cities of Nepal, and this is the notion that you should promote what your locality is, local products. If you don't, who else will do something for your society? So I call it as a social business rather than entrepreneurship. There were some people who were laughing at me. I have no idea of business, no background, no education, nothing. But yes, what I strongly believe today, our country is the land of opportunities. And yes, you utilize it. No Nepali needs to go abroad for earning. So that was my fact that I want something my own. And yes, on the occasion of this International Women's Day, I recall one incident that is very close to my heart. Once a neighbor asked my father, he suggested my father, instead of teaching your daughter, save money for her marriage. And she is a woman, she cannot do anything in life. She needs a man even to go anywhere. She can't do anything actually. His bitter expressions turned my life, turned the way my thinking. I was so aggressive, but my father, his remarkable word still I remember today. He said it by the time, never use words. Slap on the face of the mentality of such people who think that daughters can't do anything. And yes, with your success, you can achieve what you want to do in life, because you are the person responsible for your failure or success, and how you tackle it, that is most important. Today I realized what my father meant to say. Today I realized what he wanted wanted to teach me. Yes, we the women are born for exceptions. We are the women who are super mothers. We are independent, bold. And yes, when we start ourselves believing that yes, I can, definitely no one is going to comment on you. Let no one define you. Let no one define your essence. And that is the power of it.